everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a chatty video and it is with Nichola English, who is a personal style coach. So I thought it might be really interesting for us to have a chat and you can listen to what she's got to say about style. So Nichola.
Yes, Karen.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
So hi everyone. I'm so glad to be here with the Geordie Grandma. Very excited about what we've got planned for the future. So basically I'm a style coach and I trained with the International Association of Style Coaches, which is all about a holistic point of view coming from the aspect of styling. So it incorporates personal image, but also it incorporates life coaching skills as well, because I think that's the thing that we seem to forget. We see all these amazing videos of people talking about style and everything else, but we can sometimes not feel so good on the inside. So what we like to do is we like to obviously help the outside, but also help the inside as well to make you feel better, because it obviously has a reflection of how you feel on the outside. I know when I try an item of clothing on that's kind of out of my comfort zone, because I'm very much a jeans and t-shirt kind of person. So if I try a dress on, I might think to myself, yeah, that looks okay, but then I don't always have the confidence to actually wear it, so they stay in my wardrobe. Right. But sometimes I think that's the thing about core pieces. Dresses are really great, because I'm actually a jeans girl. I was actually a tomboy growing up. I love jeans. I love trousers. I just love that kind of tomboyish bit with a bit of femininity in it. And I think sometimes when you're wearing certain things, and if they are out your comfort zone, you have to try and kind of just make sure that you keep it very simple, simplify the dresses. But dresses are a great way in your wardrobe to take something out that doesn't need a lot. You don't need to do a lot to it. You just have to add a jacket, a cardigan, or something like this, you know, a pair of Converse boots, whatever it is. So they're very adaptable. So I think that if you're not confident wearing a dress, try and wear one that is just very simple. There's not much to it. And then just add sort of accessories to make it feel more like you.
I think with a dress, for me, it's what to wear on your feet.
Yes.
My daughter said to us several times, just get some Converse, and I don't own a pair, so maybe that's me next purchase.
Converse, great. So during sort of, dresses are really great for transitional seasons. So for example, this dress I've got on here, I mean, you can't really see it, but I've got a dress on and it's like a column dress. It's just a jersey dress, and it's really great because I can actually wear this with sandals during the sort of transition from winter through to spring. I'll wear it with sandals, and then I'll start to wear it with possibly a light blazer or a denim jacket. Then during the autumn, I'll put it on with a thicker jacket. I might wear a jumper over it to make it look like a two-piece, and then I might wear it with boots or Dr. Martens. And then during the summer, you can wear Converse as well, or any kind of trainer. Trainers are so popular, and they still are now. So I mean, and there's no sort of ageism around wearing sort of sports kind of wear now. It's fashionable. It's not just for the gym. So you can do stuff like that.
Just getting a bit creative, isn't it?
Of course it is. Stepping out your comfort zone a little bit.
Yes. So how did you become a personal style coach?
Well, I mean, without going into the whole, because Karen and I have talked before this.
So we want to keep the video below 3 hours.
Yeah, you know, so it might be more if I was let loose talking. But basically I had some things happen to me. I have a disability that caused me to take a step back from my career, so I had to give up everything, and then I decided that to train as a life coach first. So I trained as a life coach, which I loved the concept. Then I did counselling, thought it was great, but too much red tape for me, and I don't always delve into the past. Sometimes you want to stay present and move into the future. And then I thought, what else is missing? And I mean, I've come from a background of retail and everything else, and I thought, so I came across, and there's no mistakes. The universe said, this is what I want you to do, and it felt good. And I came across the Style Coaching Institute, which was great. I loved what they stood for. I loved their ethos. I loved how they approached things, and it wasn't just about them. It was about the mind, body and wardrobe. And I loved that concept. And obviously, because of going through some of the things I went through, I wanted to really find me again. And I think that this course helped me too. And then I passed the course with honours. 3% away from 100%. I was so upset. Honestly, how does it work? But I really loved it, and I think I had a gift, and the lecturers told me that as well. So, and then I decided that was it. This is what I was going to do. I was incorporate everything. So I did NLP, I did all sorts of stuff, incorporated all of that.
NLP?
Neuristic language programming.
Right.
I knew she was
So
going to ask
not
me.
a record then.
No, I know. No, not. I knew you were going to ask me to do that. It's one of them words. I'm sort of just for the record, I'm going through the menopause, so I can't pronounce certain words right now. So it's true what they say about the menopause. I'm going through that, and I thought that was rubbish, but it's not. And I just love that, the fact that you can see people grow from being sort of having low self-worth, lack of confidence, to actually step into their own. And I think the thing about what I love about styling and becoming a style coach is the fact that, you know, it's everybody has the ability to really be confident about themselves. And, you know, and I think we've been conditioned too much to think that we have to look this way, we have to look that way. And it's not true. It's not true at all. We just have to be able to not be afraid and not think that looking after yourself and wearing certain things is frivolous or vanity. It's not. It's about feeling good about yourself. It's about if someone gives you a compliment. A lot of people feel uncomfortable. Well, why? If someone's giving you a compliment, they've taken the time to compliment you and to say something, embrace it. And that's the same with style. You've got to embrace it all, and just, you know, you don't have to wear the latest trends, you don't have to do loads of makeup. It's not changing you, it's just helping you to evolve and grow and find you again if you've been lost.
So did you find your styles changed since you, like, from when before you started the course to afterwards? I mean, I've always thought you were pretty stylish anyway.
Thank you. I think not really. I think it evolves because obviously I'm I'm going to say it, 52 in March. 52.
Just a young pup.
I'm just still very young. And I think what happens is you go through cycles of change. So, and I think that's the only thing that changes with me. Yes, the course helped me to understand and redefine myself and understand how I can help people to redefine their image and everything else. But I do think there is some natural part of it that comes in. You've got to have a natural ability to see and do that anyway. And I think my style just gets redefined based on what's going on in life, what I feel comfortable with, what I feel empowered to wear, you know, and it just comes with confidence as well. I mean, there are things, and I won't lie, that where are there days where I think, oh gosh, I'm having a really sort of big day and my tummy's swollen or something, and I'll wear a certain thing, I'll not feel confident that day, so I might wear a bit more of a sort of a colour that doesn't stand out as much, but obviously not today.
I love this jacket.
Yeah, so this is my bargain. So it has a little bit, but I think that's due to age, that's due to knowledge, but that's also due to what I'm attracted to.
So as a personal stylist, I noticed on your website you do one-to-one styling sessions with clients. Is that online and offline?
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people, because this is the other thing, is for the people out there who want to know, I'm actually accredited member of the International Association of Style Coaches, so I pay for my license as well, so I'm licensed to do all of this, whereas there are some people who are not. But it doesn't mean they're not gifted. So, you know, we do that. But sorry, question again. Menopause. So
you work one-to-one with clients?
Yes. So with the clients, yes, I do. I mean, and I'm not really an online person. The problem is with me is I'm very old-fashioned. I like to interact with people. I like to be face-to-face. I think that you get more from your client when they actually see you, which is what I've found. And I think I've done one or two online. It just doesn't resonate with me. And one of the core values for me is to make it fun, authentic, and for the people to really enjoy what they're experiencing with me. And I think you have to do that face to face, especially in this kind of profession. I think, you know, people...
I think it must be difficult when you're doing it online, because I suppose you have to gauge what people's body shapes are, all that. And we were just saying, you feel like you're 20 stone on camera, and I feel like I look a lot thinner than I am. So, you know, how do you gauge that if you're looking at the person online?
Well, the way that you do it online is you would get them to wear really fitted clothing. So none of this, there wouldn't be jackets, everything would be fitted, so I could see lumps, bumps, boobs, whatever it is, I can see it all, because then that gives me a visual aspect of them. And sometimes you can get people to send through you get them to fill some information in, so you get to know them, and then you get them to send a photograph in, a long one, so again, you know, they can do it that way. But obviously, again, some people are more confident when you're actually seeing them face to face, because some people don't want to do online stuff,
Yeah.
because again they don't feel themselves, so whereas it's face to face, they can be relaxed more and they can enjoy it more. That's what I find anyway.
Yeah.
But not everybody, you know, is like me, but I'm just there's only one in me, as people keep telling me. But no, it's just how I feel. I've always done face to face, and where possible it's face to face for me. I think you get more out of it, and I get more out of it as well, because I feel like I can
you build up a rapport.
yeah,
better,
absolutely. And some of the lovely things that people say to me when we're finished, because it's not just about the style side. I also coach these people. I also try and give them confidence during the whole process, so that there's not just one formula. There are different ones that I use, and I feel it's better face to face.
Do you feel people come to you for specific reasons, like maybe for, you know, they've got a wedding coming up, or they've got a party coming up?
Not really, to be honest. I've noticed a lot of my clients, some are really like, so it could be something to do with age. So they've kind of lost themselves. They've kind of, you know, don't know who they are anymore. They've gone through that stage of that cycle of thinking, well, I can't wear this anymore. I can't do that anymore. But who says you can't? Society. No, it's how you feel. I get people who kind of are just very much have low confidence or low self-esteem, and they just need to kind of have some support to help them to find themselves. And, you know, and I get some people who've had their colours done before, and they just feel that it's not them anymore. So it just depends. I mean, I've worked on people's business photo shoots as well, where I've styled them.
Right.
And I've worked in castles. I've worked in.
That'd be fun.
I've worked at halls. I've worked in top of roofs and all this kind of stuff. So it just really just depends on what they're looking for from me. And obviously, the other thing that's really important is that I'm not always the right fit for some people. So I won't work with people unless it feels right for me, unless I feel I can help them.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I get a mixture of bag of people, which
Have you
makes it
worked with
interesting.
any celebrities?
Not really. Do you know, it's funny because I did a workshop just a few days ago, and one of the things was about, what do you want to be known for? Is it fame, or is it just your reputation? And a long time ago, I think I did want to work with celebrities, but then I realised that that wasn't me. It wasn't what I wanted to do. So, you know, I've done a Channel 4 show, the pilot for a show. I've done radios. I've done all sorts of stuff like that. But, you know, I just like to work with just people.
Normal people.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even call it normal. I just want to work with everyday people who think that celebrities, you know, this is what celebrities do, when at the end of the day, it's not, you know, celebrities have one style. It's not the work with permanently. You know, and they get given all of these clothes. But what about the people out there who just need some help and support to navigate sometimes through life and just to find themselves again? Those are the people I really like to work with.
Like me.
Yeah. Okay, Karen.
No, I mean, it's true. I think I spent probably from, I was like 24 when I had my son. So from then, probably through to me 40s, I was constantly in leggings and a t-shirt. And then when the kids kind of got older and you can start doing your own thing again, I was probably about 50, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be wearing. And it's probably taken us 10 years to think, well, I need to start thinking about what my style is, because I haven't got a clue really. It's just, so yeah.
Well, we'll be sorting Karen out as we go along, but I'm sure if you've watched Karen's sort of YouTubes and everything, you know, she's pretty open about stuff.
I'm learning.
Wears some great stuff, and you know, especially was it the green swimsuit that was quite nice.
Oh.
I liked that.
I got quite a lot of comments on that green swimsuit.
That really suited Karen, that green one.
So is there whenever you're doing styling with anybody, is there anybody ever turned around and said to you, no, I really don't like what you've done?
Well,
or what you're suggesting?
Not really, no, because I'm good at what I do. And this is my friends laugh at me because they go, Nichola, it's always about you. And of course it's always about me. They laugh. But no, I haven't. I mean, obviously I get people but the whole point of working with me and doing personal shopping, your wardrobe and everything else, is you're coming to me because you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. So if you're not, then it means you're not ready to work with me. So I will never suggest something that you really will not wear. I suggest things based on my perception of you, what we've talked about, our conversations, any of the groundwork that I've done. But I will always try and push you out of your comfort zone, because I'm not doing my job if I don't. And 9 out of 10 times people tend to like what I've suggested. And you know, I've only had one person once tell me they loved everything, but they took one thing back because it wasn't quite bright enough.
That wasn't bad.
And I thought she looked fabulous in it. But again, that's what I decided, and sometimes this happens. But
so do you buy, when you're working with somebody, do you buy the clothes in for them to try on?
No, I mean, I know there are some people do that, but the problem is then you're responsible if anything happens to them, and if you lose them. I mean, during workshops, I've done workshops for different companies where I've bought a lot of clothes, and I'll sort of put them out, so then it means it gives a visual display. People can see what they can do with different colours, different styles and everything else. But no, so if I'm working with clients one-to-one on the shopping, I basically, sorry, I'm looking down. So if I work with clients,
where you are?
When I'm working with clients one-to-one for personal shopping, I tend to find that I'll do some checking first what's there. We look at certain shops, because obviously we've only got a period of time to work together, and I always go over, but don't tell anybody. And so I'll kind of sort stuff out and seat stuff, and then obviously then they buy in there. They tell me what their budget is,
right?
So how much money they've got to spend. They're in charge of all of that. I don't deal with their finances at all, because obviously that's their decision. And they're in charge of their own receipts if they need to take them back. And it works quite well for me to do that, because there's, then they've got the responsibility of that. But like I said, I've never had anybody really kind of take things back.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good.
I'm doing all right then.
And do you have certain go-to brands that not that you push people towards, but that you would suggest?
Yes, again, it's all based on their sort of, how pre-conversations, because what I do is, before I work with someone, we'll have, so for example, if there's somebody gets it for them for a gift, and they've booked it, then I have to talk to the person themselves, because I need to know about them. So what we do is we have a chat, we find out what they're looking for, what it is they're after. So by that time I've already made up a picture about them and everything, and then what their budget is, and then based on their budget and all of that information collated, I then decide which shops to go to. So am I allowed to mention them?
Yeah.
So if somebody's got a certain budget, sometimes I've worked with somebody who only had £100, and
that would be me.
And we went to Primark, and Primark is, I know that we are moving into a different world with clothing and sustainability, but we also have to remember that not everybody's got money to just go to these places that are a bit more sustainable. We have to still do fast fashion with some people sometimes. It's just depending on your budget. But we tried to do some of the sustainable in that. But Primark's really good if you're shopping on a budget. You can get so many wonderful things in Primark that can make people look fab. I mean, I remember once somebody saying to me, when you meet Nichola, you'll see she'll have something from Primark and something really expensive.
Right.
And I did, and the woman went, oh, I didn't realise that was from Primark. I went, yeah. But again, it's what you do with them. It's how you dress them. I mean, and that's the kind of thing. So, but yeah, so there's likes of John Lewis. I love John Lewis and Phoenix, because they've got loads of concessions in there. So they've got your sort of middle of the range, but then your higher range. So it's really great there. And it's great because it's your time factors. So it means you don't have to keep going from shop to shop. And then some people will tell me that they like particular shops.
Right.
Can we try those places? And I'll go, yeah, absolutely. Because obviously this is about you, not just me teaching you new things and showing you new things. This is also about you and what you still like to wear.
So do you actually go shopping with the person?
Yes, I do. And I always, because obviously I mentioned I have a disability, so I always choose places where there's seats, so I can at least sit and rest and do all that. But yes, we do. I go shopping with them, so that's why we only have a small window of time. And most people like to do that because they like to, I think a lot of people are starting to get back out there now to go into the shops, and it's really important for me, that we keep retail alive. And it's really important that we don't just shop online, that we do actually go into the retail stores.
I much prefer to actually go into a shop.
Yeah, it's that experience, it's that interaction with the person who's, you know, the sales advisor and everything else. And also, you know, the more that we can actually go out there into shops, whether it's your local supermarkets, which have got some great stuff.
Yeah.
They really have, you know, George, you've got Tesco and Sainsbury's, got really good quality, really good stuff in there. And then you've got, you know, your high street, but what we don't want to do is have death of the high street. We need the high street still. So it's really important that I do, as much as I can, go into stores with people. And again, you know, people, it gets them more confident in being in stores and stuff. You're surprised how many people don't feel confident going into a shop.
Sounds good to me. So do you have any style icons yourself?
Well, this is another thing, because you asked me earlier about my style changing and stuff like that, and actually my icons have changed, because I found that some icons I don't really like anymore.
Right.
But you know, but I love people. Sort of, I love what's her name again? Oh, it's gone. Menopause again. I can't think. I can't think. Sorry, you can get some of this out, can't you?
We'll edit this.
Oh, that's let's just think. I like people like Naomi Watts. I think it's Naomi Watts who's an actress. And I like Sandra Bullock as well, because I quite like their quite nice clean lines as well. And Cameron Diaz, really love the way Cameron Diaz dresses, because Cameron Diaz has got this kind of very boho but sort of very stylish and underestimated kind of style. As once on Graham Norton, she wore this black dress and just a necklace and a gold bracelet, I think, and she looked absolutely stunning. And she doesn't wear huge amounts of makeup, and I quite like the natural part of that.
Some people just look effortless, don't they, when you see them? And you think, why don't I look like that?
I mean, they do. And I mean, you've got like people like, you know, Reese Witherspoon as well. I quite like the way, but remember, these people are Hollywood stars and they've got people behind them.
True.
So when you actually see them in their normal habitat, where they're not dressed up, they're not wearing all these things, I still quite like them. And I think, and I quite like the way Cameron Diaz dresses. I think she's probably one of my favourites. And I have to say, I love the way Audrey Hepburn.
Right, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to go back to these 1940s women. I mean, you know, if you want to kind of see style icons, you know, you've got to go back into the past. I mean, that was Hollywood then.
I think I like the way women dressed there.
Yeah, they did. I mean, you know, you've got, you know, even Katharine Hepburn. If you look at the way Katharine Hepburn used to dress, Katharine Hepburn was trousers. There was some masculinity in it, but she was very dogmatic and very strong in her in the way that she believed it. I think that's what shone within her clothing as well. But yeah, I definitely think you go back to Hollywood glam. I do like some of the Hollywood glam. Yeah. I mean, you know, and the other person who's my style icon is actually my mum.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And the reason my mum is because my mum is always taking care of herself, always look glamorous. I mean, she's 76 and she looks about 60. And she actually, I remember when I was younger, when my mum had a small hotel, her and her friend used to go to London and they used to buy all these amazing dresses, because they used to invite to all these parties. And I mean, you know, they had such a glamorous life. And I used to watch my mum sort of do her own fashion show, and I used to go into her wardrobe and think, oh my God, Mum,
great.
Wow. I mean, she had a leather suit made once, which was beautiful. And I mean, you know, she had hair extensions in then, you know, when things like that weren't done. But yeah, I think probably out of all of those people, probably my mum's my biggest style icon.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So another question that I wanted to ask you was, is there an item everyone should have in their wardrobe, regardless of their style or their size or their age? Well, possibly their age might not work, but is there something?
I probably think that everybody should have a denim jacket.
Right, tick.
I think there is no age around denim jackets. There's obviously different styles, different types, and because denim jackets are predominantly cotton as well, so they're really breathable. So if you're going through any kind of menopause right now, I suggest you do wear a lot of kind of cotton at the moment,
right?
Which is really good. But definitely denim jacket, because you can dress them up or dress them down. And the other thing is Karl Lagerfeld. I never get his name right, but he was the famous guy who used to wear dark shades, gloves, and he worked sort of the head of Chanel. I'm sure it was Chanel. one of the things that he said, and that fit with me as well, was that everybody should own a blazer and a t-shirt and a good pair of jeans.
Right.
Because it's amazing what you can do with those 3 items. And it's true. So if you've got a blazer and a t-shirt, you can do so many things. You can dress it up, you can have a sort of a neckerchief on, you can dress it with jewellery, you can put brooches on it, and a good pair of jeans can last you quite some time, and you can dress jeans up or down. You can wear Converse, Doc Martens boots, you can wear heels. There's all sorts you can do, and I think that's probably a few of the things, and I think anybody can wear those things.
Yeah. I've just recently started wearing a blazer with a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and a belt. And I was absolutely amazed that it looked good on us, because it wasn't something I'd ever thought of wearing before.
I think the thing is, I mean, I think sometimes we get too transfixed with this age thing. Oh, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't. I mean, there are some things that I suggest when you get to a certain age you don't wear.
What would that be?
Well, that would be head to toe in leopard print. Bet Lynchy. I mean, for those people who are abroad who are watching this, Bet Lynch was a famous soap actress. Well, that was the name of the character. I think it was Coronation Street. She was in charge of the bar, and I think that's where the notion of leopard print came from. But leopard print is not aging. People think it is. It's not. It's what you do with leopard print. So if you are a certain age, don't wear a lot of leopard print at the top. Maybe wear it as an accessory, or wear something that's a softer leopard print, as opposed to something that's quite harsh, because there are different tones to leopard print as well. And some people actually who want to still wear the leopard print and have that sassy side of them, could even tie a scarf to the handbag and make it that way, So
I have had leopard print tops in the past 10 years. I don't think I own anything leopard print at the moment.
But leopard print's all right. It is.
Because it does remind me of Bet Lynch.
Yeah, it does, but that's why you don't wear it from head to toe. I mean, you could even wear a leopard print dress, but again, it's dependent. If it's a shirt dress and it's slightly open, then you can wear a little cami top that's plain underneath, have a necklace on, and, just make sure you wear something on your feet that doesn't make it old-fashioned. So you could wear a pair of trainers. Like I said, there are so many different places. Marks and Spencer's do some great trainers that have got like a bit of a higher instep if you're smaller in height, a bit more petite. So just look around, but trial and error. Just have a little go at trying things, and if it doesn't work, then go to something else. But those are some of the things that I think that could really work in a wardrobe.
Good tips. And the last thing I wanted to ask you was, do you have 3 top tips that people should think about if they want to kind of give themselves a bit of a restyle?
I think I've already given them all. One of the things is I like to overshare. So if they want to give themselves a restyle, well, first of all, do not go in and if you're looking at a restyle, do not go in and get rid of everything in your wardrobe. That's one of the tips. Have a look at what's in your wardrobe and colour coordinate it. So look at what you've got. If you've got a lot of t-shirts, a lot of jackets, a lot of things like that, do you need all of those? Try and sort of take some of those things out, get rid of things. Only have a few core pieces in your wardrobe that are really going to help to sort of elevate your wardrobe. That's one of the things I would do. The other one is to think of price per wear. Now, you probably have heard that before, but price per wear is really great, and I'll give you a story. My sister buys a lot of handbags.
Right.
But they're cheap and cheerful ones. And she used to say to me, right, Nick, that's my nickname for Nichola, Nick, why are you paying all that money? A couple of £100, £600 for a handbag. It says, because it's called price per wear, sis. Because I know that I've paid £600, but that bag could last me 5 or 10 years. And it means at each point that I get, if I use that bag 3 or 4 times a week, then it means that the price changes at each point. So for example, a £600 bag, I might have had it for 5 years. That might work out that it's cost me roughly about a couple of pound if you do it that way. So that's why sometimes when you're going to buy core pieces of your wardrobe, buy things that are expensive, that don't have longevity, because you'll not have to keep replacing them. But whereas if it's fast fashion, I mean, obviously we talked about that earlier for some budgets, but if it's fast fashion, then just buy things that will go out of date. Just buy them at a cheaper place like Primark, because they're not going to stay, and there's no longevity in it. And the other tip about your wardrobe is to just have fun. honestly, I mean, I see so many people just get so bogged down with the worrying about what will people say about me, what will people think of me wearing this. I mean, really, I'm not going to swear because I really would like to, but I'm not. But who gives a crap? I mean, stop worrying about what people think. If it's something that really resonates with you, with who you are, how you feel, and it makes you feel positive and good, wear the life out of it. Wear it, enjoy wearing it, have fun wearing it. And I guarantee if you embrace that part of you, that you will get more and more people will go, oh my God, you look really good in that. And you'll get more compliments, and you'll get more and more and more, and you'll get more confident in wearing that. And that's one of the top tips I would give. So if it's something you really want to wear and you enjoy it, and if one person says, oh, I don't like in that, tough, it's not them, it's not about them, it's about you and how it makes you feel. Just wear it.
I think that's going to be my motto for this year. Just wear it and have fun.
I think we've lost the fun concept in this. And the thing is, we're so inundated with, you know, with magazines, with influencers, with all of this stuff that we kind of need to take a step back and just go, you know, who am I in all of this? What do I want to wear? And what makes me feel good? And that's the most important thing.
Yeah, very good tips. So those were all of the questions that I wanted to ask Nichola. Obviously, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask her, leave them in the comments below. But we will be doing a series of videos together to do with personal styling. So hopefully that'll bring you lots more tips as well. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and this is the kind of thing that you like, then remember to hit the subscribe button and also hit the little notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. So I also wanted to mention Nichola has a book available called Boost Your Confidence, and it's a 44-page book.
Yes.
Do you want to say a little bit about that?
I can do. So confidence is something that, you know, we all have. We all have it, but unfortunately sometimes life, society, things that have experiences have kind of maybe deflated our confidence. So I wrote the book, which has been tried and tested, and it's an ebook on my website. And basically what you do is it's got exercises in, because I'm a great believer that you can't just read stuff, you have to implement them in your life in order for it to work. So there is step by step, they're dead easy. Men and women can use the book as well. It's not just for women. I predominantly work with women, but I do work with men as well. And it's just a really, really good, and some of them will push you out your comfort zone, but that's the whole point. And I guarantee that if you keep using these, and it's not just something that you're going to use and put down, you'll use it for life, because at each point we get through stages where something might just knock our confidence a little bit and we just need to pick me up. Well, this is what this can do. And then obviously once you download it from my website, that's it, it's yours for life, you've got it. And you can keep referring back to it. But I needed it to be a workable one that people could actually utilise and use in their everyday life. And it's not overly complicated. It doesn't get you to stand like Gok One, you know, or when he was doing, you know, that show about how to look great naked. Don't get you to do anything like that. You're fine. You don't need to be naked, because I don't want to be naked. You don't want to see me naked.
We'll not do a video on that.
We're not doing one like that. But I just really, you know, believe that, you know, we're not, doesn't matter who you are, where you are in life or what age you are, you can always become more confident and feel more self-worth, and find that, you know, sometimes, you know, you've been a mother, you've been a grandmother, you've been busy working, and you've lost yourself in the abyss of life, and you think, who am I? And this is a great way for you to find out who you are as well. Great.
I'll leave the link to Nichola's website and the book in the description box below. So that's all we've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I could have rambled. Well, we could have rambled on for hours.
Well, you know, we're typical Geordie lasses. We can talk and talk and talk and talk for toffee.
So I have known Nichola for quite a long time. It must be, about 15 years.
Yeah, it has to be about that.
But we lost touch for a while, so I'm pleased that I found her again.
Me too.
And I thank you for coming along and having a chat.
It's been my pleasure. I've loved it, and I've loved the fact that you are inviting me to be part of the Geordie Grandma. And it's no, I'm not a Geordie Grandma. I'm a Geordie, but I'm not a Geordie Grandma. But I love that, and it's been lovely, and I really hope that your audience kind of enjoy our video. And one of the things that probably comes across is that I'm all about fun. I mean, everything's about fun. God, it's got to be fun. You open me up and it'll be fun. But thank you very much for having me and having me on your video.
Thank you for coming on. I know I get lots of views on clothing try-on hauls and things like that, so I just thought having a series of videos to do with personal style, and we will be trying on clothes. Well, I will. I'm not sure if Nichola wants to.
I'm sure
but we're different body shapes, so that might be a good idea.
Okay.
So I hope you'll enjoy those coming up. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. So bye for now.
Bye.